for joining me and welcome to my channel. It's Veroosh, the one and only. I'm just kidding. Welcome to Pick a Card, and today we're taking a look at good news coming for you in the next 30 days. I'm excited to do this reading today. I know Mars retrograde is happening today, but I just feel like good news is coming. I just feel like I like when things shift, and if you have Aquarian placements, you're probably like me, like you're kind of exhilarated and excited for the changes. When things get too stagnant, it feels like boring, not only boring, just not healthy. And so now that Mars has gone retrograde, we're gonna feel this kind of maybe some challenging energy, but also a lot of opportunity to grow, to move forward with things, and to fix things from a different angle, approach things from a different angle. Now, this is a timeless reading, but it is filmed in September 2020. So if you're watching later on, by all means participate. You have 4 options, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm about to pick Lenormand cards for every single one to give you an idea of which way to go. Members, I have videos for you, so just go into your community tab or into the members playlist. I'll link it down below after I'm done, and you will find your relationship compatibility for every single sign. So that will be available for everybody later, but for you guys right now. Okay, so I have 3 up already. I think Leo, Aries, and Virgo. It's by random order. See, I'm using the cards somewhere else. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a nice morning, and I really feel grateful, okay? I feel really grateful for you guys. I feel grateful for cutting me some slack, and, you know, I really needed it, and it really feels like some things have healed, especially recently. I feel like I've gotten back into myself a bit more. I can't really discuss the details of what was going on because some of these things are outstanding, and if I want to do anything with them or take care of them in any way, then it's possibly best for me not to speak about it on a public forum. So I hope you guys don't mind, but I do appreciate your guys' good faith towards me and positive energy. Okay, so good news for you guys. Let's take a look at this. You know what? This is calling my name. So before we start, how about I show you this crystal? So I did wash my nails today after playing with the plants, but if you see a piece of dirt, I'm sorry. But look at this beautiful, I think this is a Lumerian. It's so clear, but it's a triplet. It's a quadruplet. It's a little family of crystals. You guys can see everything reflect from it. It's a really pretty day. So I just love this crystal so much. It's a little one, but it's sparkly. It's sparkly. I like my light crystals. Everything from, you know, this is Lebanese desert glass. This bracelet, I should wear it. And this is very interesting. This is a Satyaloka azestulite, which is a kind of a rare, it's not a rare crystal in the sense that you can find it in different places in the world, but this is from India. And so therefore that Indian source is rare. So this is said to be like the highest ever vibration of crystal. So I love it, and I'm so thankful that I found one because they get really pricey, and I didn't get it for an expensive price. This was more pricey because it's Lebanese desert glass. So yeah, I just love my light crystals and my rose quartz, of course, the double rings. I'll tell you guys the story again about those another time, but I'm seeing 4 minutes, so maybe we should begin. Okay, so good news coming for you guys. Sorry, the little chat was grounding, I think. A lot happened right now, you know, and my heart goes out to everybody in California. I saw those pictures of the orange skies, and my goodness, that's intimidating. So I hope you guys are okay. Make sure to protect your lungs because that's all coming into your lungs. So make sure that you're taking good care of yourself today, you know. And thank you to everybody who's giving me super chats. I turned super chat on today, and thank you so much. That's really sweet. Okay, so number 1, let's take a look at 3 cards to give us an insight on what's going on here. So we have the dog, okay, and then we have the lady, and then we have choices. So number one, we have dog lady choices. Something to do with a choice between friends or a choice of a friend, a woman's choosing with regard to a friendship and trying to figure something out, okay? So that's good. A decision is about to be made. So I'll keep that together with this. I'll fan it out so you can kind of look as I'm showing the other ones and decide if that's the one you want. Okay, now number two, let's take a look at you. So we have the Tower. Remember, this is different than tarot, so this isn't scary, this is business. This isn't scary, it's business. Maybe it's one and the same. And then we have the Fish. Oh, number two, this is business success. Business success, acumen, growing rapidly, and fruit of your labor coming into your life. So if you've been really plugging away at your career and you're waiting for the results, here they are. So number two, let's see what's up with that in a minute. Okay, number three, are you guys ready? We're doing all four today together right now. Okay, so first we have the Key, and we have the Whips, okay, and then we have the Bear. Okay, so you know what to do about an obstacle. There's a door opening up for you in front of you. There's like not a literal door, a figurative door. There's some kind of new opportunity, and a lot of this comes with you being very proactive and mature in how you deal with the situation. Doors opening, number three. Let's have a look. The Bear is like a smart, wise person. So all the wise people in the house choose number three right now. Okay, number four. Okay, you guys just had luck jump out, so let's honor that luck. And then we have the Coffin. Okay, luck changes things. Let's see the next message. And we have the, okay, so there was for number four, there's a period of stagnancy. So something was no bueno, okay? And it ended. So through luck, a period of stagnancy or not good vibes ended, and now good energies coming in. So that's number four. So maybe you've decided on 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to push them to the side, outside of the view of the camera, just so you guys can focus on your reading when it's time. Okay? And you can choose more than one today, but maybe you can save some for a rainy day. Today's a sunny day here, anyway. Okay, so number one first. Hey guys, let's rock and roll. Sorry for taking so long today. Oh my God, 7 minutes? What did I do? Okay, how dare I, right? How dare I talk? Okay, so we have the dog. There's a real close bond between people. It doesn't have to be a man and a woman. It can be any kind of gender, orientation, whatever. But there's a really strong bond and there's a decision being made. So let's see what kind of good luck is coming into your life in the next 30 days. Okay, so we see first, I pick from the bottom because that's how the order in which I drew the cards, okay? So Ace of Wands, new vitality. Change of feelings, definitely for the better. Nurture. There's a deeper appreciation between people that's emerging. And then we have the Four of Pentacles opening up. And the last card from this deck is the Choose Your Battle, Seven of Wands. So I feel like somebody is finally opening up with regard to a situation. Somebody is welcoming someone in. There's also awareness that's emerging in this situation that is changing things between two people. There's a change in the dynamic. There is a change in the appreciation. It's like, oh, you're kind of better than I thought. That's the energy that I'm feeling for number one. So an improvement in opinion. I feel like somebody's reaching out towards the other person as they're showing a new facet of themselves, new side of themselves. Their dynamics are changing. And I think that's changing the way that they see their relationship together. And I feel as though they're much more open to opening up, trying new things, and moving forward in this new direction. There's a lot of confidence here. So whoever we're talking about, there's a lot of confidence about within yourself, within your own right, within your own rights, within your own predisposition. I feel like somebody's matured into themselves as well. So somebody has matured and has those lessons have like accumulated, and they're showing more of their feminine side, and they are showing more of their like good nature, and you're just seeing them in a different light, which is pushing things along to a lot of life choices, a lot of decisions. Okay, so let's see the next card. We have the inner calling. There's a wake-up call here, you guys. So definitely a wake-up call between people, and I feel like it's happening for them in a synchronicity. So both people are experiencing a waking up, inner calling. They both have new interests, I feel. Like they're both drawn towards new things. They've known each other before. I don't know what that means, whether they've known each other for a while or they're just meeting each other or they knew each other in a past life. There's that connection between them and they feel familiarity towards each other. So it's like something's being born out of their heart. Here is the next message. We have liberation. So from a place of, it's not shown in the cards, but it does look like people were clamped up a little bit. They were not open. They were not, just reaching out. They were closed off. And so in a part of their individual spiritual awakening, whether you're this person or this person. So there's two people here. There's the lady, the Ace of Spades, and the Empress. That's one person. And the dog and the Ace of Wands is another person. So you choose which one represents you, which represents the other person. Both people are having a moment of liberation. They're ascending. They're understanding things on a deeper level. Their life is gaining more meaning in new ways. And they're about to tackle the world. And hopefully together, hopefully this friendship is strong enough to withstand and continue and go on for a long time. So there's this warmth here, a positive vibration and confidence to move forward in a good direction. Look at this. Two of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so it really feels like a bond. It feels like whoever chose number one, powerful, powerful bond between two people. I feel like they find love for each other within each other's vibration, and they really, it's like you find yourself and you find your soulmate. You find yourself and you find your counterpart, or a friend who in some way sees things the same way as you do. But then there's somebody coming here, the Knight of Wands. Now this might be a fire sign, Sagittarius or Aries, or it can be any other sign. But I feel as though there's somebody coming in, maybe a third party. Maybe this person has been around already and they're like, wait a minute, something's changed here. Remember what we always say on the channel is that change makes people uncomfortable around you. So don't be afraid of change and recognize that people around you might feel triggered by the fact that your situation's changing. So the way that you approach this person is you welcome them in, you find out how they feel about it, find out how they can be integrated in this new vibration, in this new situation, how you can welcome them into this positive vibe. This person may not stick around though. They may choose to, maybe they're not ready, maybe they're going to go a different direction. The Knight of Wands may not be a fire sign. They may be just somebody who's very flighty, ready to leave a situation. Maybe they were looking for something else. So it looks like more than one friend's decisions about a person, or it could be a friendship and a love interest that you're kind of figuring out, so the friendship is solid and maybe you're considering whether or not to welcome a person into your heart. I have more cards here before we finish up. So I have the Maiden. So this is definitely a new beginning. And that's speaking to the lady, which I feel most of you resonate with the Empress lady energy, and dog and the Ace of Wands is your friend or somebody outside of yourself. So she's the Maiden, which you could be 79 and still be the maiden in certain contexts, right? So whoever this lady is, you're beginning something new. It's fresh. All the energy is fresh. All the energy is new and lively and energetic. Here is the next message. So you have choices to make. That really coincides with the Seven of Wands here. So you need to decide, and little by little you choose to open up. You choose to you choose how to respond in situations. And because you've had this awakening, because you understand things on a deeper level, you therefore now have the opportunity to respond in each situation in this new awakened state. I hope I made myself clear. Here is the next message. We have, ooh, King of Wands. So he's growing up too. This person is growing. He feels very anxious, like jealous a little bit. He feels like he's coming in and he's saying, wait a minute, like, what's going on here? I want to be a part of the party. That's why I'm saying be very careful with how you respond, because this person's coming in and it could be easy to brush them off or feel how do you say, what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontational. But I feel as though if you give this person love and you welcome them in, then they're going to become a King of Wands. Very, very generous energy. The Knight of Wands turns into the King of Wands, right? So very, very generous. Have your back till death do you part. Okay. I know that's a little bit of a little, I don't know, enticement or whatever, but I feel like good things are coming for you. You're coming into yourself and you're about to make some decisions about love, and I hope it's for the best. Okay? So lots of opening up here, lots of like new awareness, and a lot of light. So I hope that you enjoy your month ahead. Okay? It was fun. Did you guys like it? Who did number 1? Let me know. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 2. Hey 2, how are you doing? So just to remind ourselves, you guys chose the Tower. So you guys are the CEOs, the CFOs, right? The business guys, the big business girls. We have the Fish, and then we have the Garden, okay? So we have definitely outcomes from consistent and long effort towards work. So there's a lot of effort that's being extended here towards work. Okay, so let's take a look at your messages. So we have the 7 of Cups. This is Venus in Scorpio, if you guys are interested in the signs. Then we have the 4 of Air. Okay, there's been a lot of opportunities around sacral chakra, very exciting. Okay, and then we have the solar plexus. Ooh, number 2, you really, that's a lot. That's a lot of like instigating energy, right? So what we said about Mars, just to contextualize it in our time frame, you know, Mars has gone retrograde, that sacral chakra heating up. Mars in part rules the solar plexus, so it's the ego pushing forward. What I see here for you, number 2, is selecting what is right for you from amid a lot of different options. I feel like maybe some of you have been in transition in work, or you just finished school, and so you've worked yourself up to a level of mastery, which means that you know something really, really well. And I feel like now you are selecting and choosing between the different things available for you, and I feel like you need to decompress. There's a little feeling here of being overwhelmed. So I feel like there is a feeling of being overwhelmed, so many different options ahead of you. And so when I feel overwhelmed, this really resonates, because when I feel like there's too many things going on, like in my head, too many things to consider, then you just wind down and you choose and you relax and you then realize like what is important. For example, let's say you want to buy something at a store and it's kind of expensive. So what I would do, this is my kind of thing, maybe you do it too, I go home and I sleep on it. You know, I go home and I think, and if that item that I really want to buy is still in my mind, I can feel it. But if I forget it, then of course it doesn't matter. So it's a good way, there's like gain distance from all the different options, because where you are going is going to involve a lot of energy. Where you are going next is you applying yourself and going for what you want, like really fully fulfilling whatever it is that you've put all your efforts behind. So now we have some light worker cards. A door to the infinite. I feel like the door has been open for you, number 2. I feel like it has a lot to do with your effort. It has a lot to do with how much effort you've put into a situation, and the outcome of that is going to be a blessing. The next message is moving towards the light. It feels like synchronicity. It feels like you've been knocking on that door for so long that now somebody's opened up, or an opportunity's opened up, and you're about to go for it. Really, really go for it in a fast way. The next message is the Three of Cups, reunion, interesting. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is, so there's going to be two offers. So the first door opens almost right now, in which the effort that you've put into things now transforms into an opportunity. And then maybe through somebody who you knew before, there will be another offer that comes through, and it will be less groundbreaking, but still positive. So whatever's changing for you right now is off the charts big. It's going to change your job. It's going to change your direction of things for the better. It's like getting promoted to a CFO, right? From like a middle manager position or something. Like you're just jumping way higher than you were before. The second one is more of I feel like there's like an emotional connection between you and someone else. And I feel like there's sentiment there from the past. And it is through that sentiment, friendship, trust, an established relationship that you will receive something new, an offer from them. They want to bring you on board to something. They want to instigate something with you in a positive way. And they're going to offer that up for you. Okay, I have a couple more cards. And so we have number 15. So I feel like you have we have a dragon behind, but what I'm getting from this is spirit guides. I have a feeling that there's an energy that's been protecting you all along. And so all of the efforts that you have put into your life were sort of always protected, even though sometimes you felt like you were going out on a limb and things were looking pretty tough for you. You were always protected. You were always nurtured. There was always this dragon, spirit guide, angel, whatever energy it is, was always protecting you and nurturing you to bring you to this place in time. They knew that you could do it. They knew that you could accomplish what you needed to accomplish. And so now this is like the manifestation of that predestiny, like those events that were always happening for the purpose of place and time that are manifesting now in the present time. So I feel like almost your guides or your angels or whatever energy it is, ancestors, I feel like they're clapping. I feel like they're celebrating you. Here is the next message. We have the Eight of Swords. And so deliberation between different options. I feel as though this new opportunity in some way will allow you to choose between different things. The things that feel so confusing for you right now, the options that you need to choose between, there's a lot of different opportunities. In time, just give it a little bit of time, let's say 15 days, 2 weeks, and then you will realize what you have passion for. You will realize what the right path is for you and which path is just not it. Here is the next message. We have money, 10 of Earth. So you're stepping into a lot of affluence. I feel like for some of you guys, this could be love. This could be somebody who you've known before. You've definitely known them before, and they're reaching out to you because of what you've become. Like somehow you are really setting a strong impression on them. And I feel like they are really resonating with this energy of this person who has gathered themselves and created such a wonderful representation of their efforts, you know? They've used everything that they had on hand, and now you're kind of bringing the gifts. Now, this could be romance because it feels personal. That's why I'm saying that. I feel like there's a personal feeling that someone has for you. Like a warm feeling, a sentiment. For some of you, that's love. For some of you, that's opportunities. They see in you like a rising star, someone to nurture and support and to help, and so they will be extending that to you. But that the big change already is happening now, so right here. Right here. And I'm being funny with the hands, but yeah, number 2, it looks like your efforts are not going to go unnoticed, and I feel like you have 2 good opportunities on the horizon in the next 30 days. Okay, so now let's take a look at number 3. Number 3, this looked like a lot of information. Okay, so remember we had the key, so you have doors opening up. I love keys. And then we have the whips, okay, which means that there are certain restrictions along the way to enter where you were going. There's things in the way of you just walking on through. But there's the bear, which is your own tenacity and your own ability to manage things and be very, very responsible. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. So first we have the 3 of Cups, share the love, okay? And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, awaiting results, or 7 of Earth, okay? And then we have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Moon in some way. It really feels to me as though somebody's coming back into the picture, number 3. Somebody that in some way intimidated you in the past. This could have been a love situation that you never stepped up to the bat for. So a love situation that was unrequited, that didn't work out because of, honestly, I feel like you felt overwhelmed by the situation, or was maybe below your ability to manage at the time when it was happening. So this is a second chance for some of you guys. So let's go through the cards one by one. It really feels as though there's a reunion or a reconnection of hearts. So whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, there's a reunion here. There's a closening of people that were once apart. So these people already have an established relationship with each other, and I feel like they're opening up towards each other. This could be also, if you're by yourself, this can be also you really opening up your heart to the possibilities of love. You're letting that in. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, which to me signifies that you're approaching something second time round, another time. You have some experience. So rather than rushing out and making love a reality, trying to push the narrative, trying to create it, I think you're being more cautious this time. I think you're thinking about the long term, the midterm, and kind of making plans for things down the line. And as this happens, I feel like you have good luck in love. And this is the Ace of Cups, so a new relationship grows, or a new emotion grows for you. And I feel like maybe in the past there has been some degree of challenge in terms of relationships. Now that challenge can be something like, I don't know, like feeling, feeling like shy or discouraged in some way. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but I do feel like you are now prepared to face that, whatever was scaring you or whatever pattern you feel like you have in your life with regard to love. I think that you're more ready to face it, and I think you're going to persevere. So I think that you're entering into a cycle in which you are going to be confronting love that in the past was too much for you to deal with. And I feel like there was this problem with, hi guys, so you're probably seeing me seamlessly come into this with you to continue reading, but what happened was we got bumped off stream and it was unfortunate. If you want to hear my thoughts on that, I went to Instagram to explain, so go to my Instagram and read about that. But if you're choosing number 3, I did watch the part that I said, but just to summarize or maybe give you some more insights, I feel as though you are now taking a longer term approach to love. You have a longer term perspective of what you want in love, what kind of situation you want. And with that, your life is opening to new possibilities, and now you feel in some way more powerful or more ready to confront the shadow, confront the things that have intimidated you in the past, okay? So I know what this card is because I was reading and I wasn't paying attention, but it's believe. So it's about believing in yourself. Some of you are going to experience a second chance at love with somebody. And the more that you put forward this confidence, this is all about self-confidence and belief in yourself through past experiences, knowing that you can face the current situation or circumstances that you're facing and that it will turn out okay. So it's the more you believe, the less doubt you have, the more you feel like you can draw on personal strength from past experiences, the better off you are going to be in this situation. The next card is, so I don't have any, I didn't see this card, so positive intention. See, I think that you're supposed to open your heart through the next 30 days or so and like really lead into where you are going with things, really unabashed, not ashamed, and just ready to embrace this new direction, ready to embrace this positive direction, this positive path. Don't put into your mind, like, there will be the shadow, there will be the things that you worry about from the past, but there's such a clear way for you forward towards love that you should be 100% behind, feeling as though you've made it and everything's great and everything's fine. Let's see the next message. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, so change in perspective. I think it's almost like, okay, so here's an example. So when I was in elementary school, the school seemed big, all these corridors and all these places, and, it was just a big place. And at some point in high school, I don't remember why, but I went back to visit. I had to go and pick something up, and it was so little. It was such a little place. So I feel like it's a similar kind of vibe here where going one way forward, you felt that, it was just a big, intimidating place with very intense emotions, or maybe even things that freaked you out. But now when you're revisiting it, it's much less intimidating. So these problems that you had before with regard to relationships, I feel like they're sizable. I feel like it's something big. It could be just shyness, but that's big too. For people who are shy, that's a big milestone to overcome. But it really feels like there's something really big that you're confronting, or something really tough that you're confronting. Like it's a really tough thing. It's a personal thing that stops you from loving, and now you're coming into a place where that's being reconciled. Then we have Temperance, spiritual union. Hey girl, hey, look at that. So we have I won't focus. I don't know why. I might have turned off the autofocus by mistake. So we have, carefully moving forward together. If you were to not acknowledge the challenges you faced in relationships or otherwise, you would have problems. You can't run away from your problems. So this is kind of different than that. This is you coming to terms with your problems, gathering them, gaining mastery over them, learning how to manage and live with them, and then blending that all together to this new harmonious way of approaching love and life in general. So we have a couple more cards, and we have the Counselor. So some of you guys have literally gone see a counselor about this. This feels to me like somebody's healing a lot of problems that they have around, like, relationship anxiety, or maybe like a bad past that you felt really left a lot of scars or conditioned you to have a lot of shyness, or maybe a relationship that didn't work out. That's the Three of Cups. If you had a relationship that didn't work out and you never got closure, you never thought, you thought it was over, this is a sign that it actually might not, and that person might come back into your life. You might get a second chance, or you will get a second chance with something similar. So the regret is going to leave your life. And then we have this, you're on a journey, Three of Wands, embarking of a new journey of love, and gaining more perspective, gain distance from the shadow in your life, from the thing that's frightening to you. And then the last card, we have the Three of Cups again. We started with the Three of Cups, and then we end with the Three of Cups. So both people are longing for each other. Maybe this person reaches out to you first, and then you have to go do a few things on your own, you know, just to get right with your heart. And then you go back to reach out to them. Or maybe you turned them down and you just carried on only to realize that you do want to have a connection with them. So there's this really strong energy here of returning, reconnecting, and then confidence with the direction that you're going is the right path. And then sort of from a place of self-empowerment and strength, sort of revisiting an old problem and then being able to reconcile it, okay? And come out on high here coming out here on a high note, which is the Temperance card. So it's that integration. Temperance is integration, right? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry for the interruption. You may also notice that the video quality is different because I had to download the original video from YouTube, and so it downloaded at like a lower P than my main recording device. So okay, so number 4. Hi guys, sorry to keep you waiting. Let me turn down this contrast for you guys because, well, it's going to be a little bright in here. You're catching the beginning of the afternoon sun, which is like, it's really bright. So I'm not going to be able to so if we start seeing the light come in like this, that's what's going on. I'm in front of a window. Okay, so you guys chose this I don't remember this at all because it's been a couple hours since everything happened. So we have the Clover. Oh yeah, this really turned over for you guys. It like jumped out of the deck. So this means that there's good luck coming into your life. The camera refuses to focus. We have the Coffin next. So I would say it's an unexpected turn of luck, that something that you've been mired in, something that you've been really stuck in, becomes resolved. And I think that there's some degree of feeling like maybe unexpected, like you didn't expect it to resolve. And I feel like for number 4, we have the Clouds and the Coffee Cup. So this really means it's an improvement of a situation. So if you probably picked number 4 if you were like in a situation that was dark, that was hard, and life was probably pretty grim, and enough is enough, you know, new beginning, new start. So let's take a look at your cards and we can work through them together. We have the Ace of Swords, clarity of belief. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try to. Oh, there's the autofocus. These cards are really nice up close. Okay, and I didn't like them when I first got them. Like this illustration style isn't my favorite, but like the cards are great. I love them. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. The download that I got for this, the real immediate understanding is that there is, the real immediate download is that there is, how do you say this? You're bringing truth to a situation. Let's say it that way. So somehow the truth about a situation is being clarified. So for whatever, I feel as though there was gossip or something in your situation, or there was a lack of ability to address something, like you didn't have the opportunity to talk to someone. And so finally you have an opportunity to have your say. And I feel like that's why I started reading just from the first card, because it feels like that is the catalyst of everything else. Like that's the thing that's going to set the wheels of emotion for you. And then we have the Hierophant, the Teach card. So yeah, I think that there's also this feeling that like a lot to do with exactly what I picked these before I did the Instagram thing, before everything happened. But like I've been talking about these issues for a long time, and you know, when you first talk about it, it's kind of clumsy, and then I listened to what I said just to see if, you know, it was okay to keep up. and I'm okay with it for now. But anyway, so I just noticed how much more eloquent I was and how much easier it was for me to convey the thoughts or the ideas that I had. And so I feel like this too, in some way, is your opportunity to kind of, maybe a situation that you were in before, you didn't have the strength or the endurance or experience to be able to address it rightfully. But I feel like now you're just coming at it with so much confidence and so much experience, and just from such an empowered place, that I think that, like, oh world, watch out. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, dedicated effort, Sun in Virgo. And this is a timeless reading, but I'm reading during Sun in Virgo and the crown chakra, the 7th chakra. Okay, so I feel as though you say what you need to say in a situation. You kind of lay the law down, kind of what I did on Instagram today, and you just lay the law down. And then I think that you continued, I think from this place, you already realized that the situation that held you down for such a long time was so tough to negotiate or navigate, now is much easier. And furthermore, I think you have bigger fish to fry. Like, I think that your consciousness is already going in a different direction. So, you know, yes, something had you down, something had in some way, you know, brought you down or had you feeling lowly or kind of weighed down by circumstances. But I feel like you've already risen beyond it. This is just almost a formality in which you're saying something, telling someone how you feel. You know, maybe you weren't able to tell someone how you feel or state your opinion, or somehow you were, and then it bothered you because you never said the truth, and the lies were out there, and so in some way about you, it was like hampering your progress because you weren't able to really address the issue or speak to it. There's a really beautiful butterfly that just flew in front of me. Maybe that's a good omen for you. There's another one just sitting, but I think the other one that's sitting is like a moth, because I think it's hiding in the shadow because it's going to be pretty sunny, so I think it's trying to find a place to hide. But anyway, so yeah, so I think that you definitely had some level of like a personal empowerment, something that, like, okay, so like it's like somebody calling you a name, and the first time you get called that name, you're sort of like it hits you in the gut, and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. And maybe you're clumsy with saying something back, but maybe after a few times of this type of attack, it's like you lay down the law too. You're like, no, I'm not going to let you do that to me. So there's, or maybe, you know, you're meant to speak up in class, right? And the first few times it's awkward and uncomfortable, but now it's like, boom, this is the law, you know? I'm going to put a quick end to any misconceptions, and then I'm going to carry on with what I have in mind, and I have big ideas ahead of me. So big times stuff for you guys. We have personal strength. That's what I feel. So there's definitely an opportunity. I really feel like the situation that we're talking about here had you held back. It really didn't give you what you needed, or there was really some kind of depletion that was going on in your life because of it, and now you have the strength to conquer it. You have the wherewithal to confront it in a healthy way. And then you have joy. It's like, it's such an elation. I feel a great freedom in your reading, a freedom to just be left alone, you know? I don't know how many of us really can appreciate not having the ability to be free, having our freedom stripped from us. And so if you've ever lost your freedom in whatever capacity you did, then I feel like you probably can appreciate attaining freedom, attaining joy, and feeling that sense of personal empowerment. Here is the next message. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings will come for you from this, new financial opportunities. I sense a lot of strength. It's almost like you've been held back, and now you're doing what you're doing. You're shifting towards something's been holding you back from doing what you're supposed to be doing in work or life or otherwise, and now you are finally addressing this issue, closing it down, closure, and able to shift towards, you know, personally empowering work and authentic work to who you are. So there is a lot of joy here. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so from that you will build new relationships. I do feel as though this has been a lonely journey for you guys. So I feel like really good relationships will come to you from that by being authentic, and that authenticity will attract your tribe. Okay, so it's not like your fault that you weren't that way before. You were just mired in complications. I know from personal experience how hard it is to build good relationships, excuse me, when you have other stuff going on, especially if it's big or if it's multi-leveled, like in different parts of your life. It can be very hard, like if you're trying to make ends meet, or if you're in a new place, or, you know, there's lots of different things, blockages to that. So those are being removed, and so your social situation is going to improve as well. So here is the next card, King of Cups, King of Water. So this is you speaking from the heart. I really strongly feel it'll just click in. It's so funny that I made that video. I wasn't planning on it, but something happened. I explained in the video what happened and why I made the video. But it was from a personally like empowered place. It's like how do you say this? It's like figuring out how to say something. For me, the blockage was that I didn't want to be discriminatory towards certain people by asserting the way that I was being discriminated against. So I had to wait and see until I could express myself in a way that I didn't feel was like begrudging of other people, a way that was like lowering other people's energy, right? But still being true to myself. So maybe it's something like this, where finally the energy clicks and you know what to say, you know how to say it, and it's non-problematic. And that's the King of the Cups, like ready to speak your truths, ready to speak your mind, and very like boldly saying what need, like authority, the teacher. Then we have the 10, which is looking into a deeper mystery, looking into yourself. I really feel like something's been waiting for you. I feel like one part of yourself has been waiting to emerge, and so now it's emerging. And then we have the youth, the new journey ahead. Maybe this is the person you're making a connection with. Maybe this is the person that's reaching out, and in it is, you know, things are improving, and the positive energy is being directed towards you, new friends, new allies, new companions on the horizon. But you're going to be doing what you're going to be doing, what you're meant to be doing next. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for waiting, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I'll put a good video in here for you guys to click through. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.